Since about age 15, I knew that I was going to have a career or do something that was going to allow me to use my voice, whether it was public speaking or coaching, mentoring. I knew that this voice was going to change the world. Now, of course, changing the world may seem like a hefty task, but you get my point. I knew that I could help people. I knew that I could help transform lives, that I can empower and encourage and truly make a difference in individuals' lives. So the biggest challenge became, what was I going to talk about? What was I going to teach? And I felt that I didn't really have a lot of things I went through that was super maybe inspirational, in my opinion, at that time. Growing up in a Christian home, I did think that I was going to be ministry and religion. I'm married and have 4 children, so I thought about parenting and marriage, but that wasn't it. As I continued to live life, I started getting closer. About a year ago, I looked into life coaching and it was close, but still quite not it. Now, I just want to say that life coaching does work for certain people. There's nothing wrong with that, but this is about me and what would align with who I am in the direction I'm supposed to be going. But it has been a big step to who and what I'm supposed to be talking about. So I let that go also, and I decided that I needed to look at self-discovery and personal development from a different approach. How am I able to learn myself, and what skills do I absolutely need to succeed? I'm here today at the time, and I need to get to point B. I need to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but there's a lot of obstacles between here and there. Let me get clear on what I need to do, and I can feel a lot more confident. Now, I truly believe in Source, Universe, God. I'm so grateful that I stumbled across astrology and numerology because let me say this to you. I love reading. I love research. That's just a natural part of a Sagittarius for the most part. And I have never, ever been able to find something so clear, something that has allowed me to truly own what I have for me. Because of course, sometimes we allow other people to tell us who we are, or looking for other people to show us who we are. It's very clear, and it shows you how you're put together. It shows you how you think, why you talk the way that you do, why you solve problems the way that you do, why you love the way that you do. And that was really, really when things started making a shift in my life. So here's my birth chart, right? And this is something that's not super thick, but this has been a powerful tool for myself to really tap into who I truly am. I was often very confused, didn't have confidence, and I'm going to read something in here to you that was confirmation. And this is just one thing, to be honest. There's several things that have been brought to my attention and really have given me things to think about through my birth chart and numerology. And that's, of course, understanding the energy that numbers carry, so you can do it in your name and all your date of birth. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And just in case you're wondering, like, oh my gosh, is this hard to understand? Astrology just seems too complex, and so does numerology. It doesn't have to be, and it becomes even a little bit more understanding when you have somebody to go through that process with you. I naturally love to learn, and I'm very smart, so I can always like break it down and help people be able to understand themselves. It doesn't have to be hard. And even for me, I'm not an astrologer or a numerologist, but I can understand it, and I apply the things that I learned in my life. So the other day I made a post, and the post was basically saying how you shouldn't put yourself in a box, or you shouldn't put yourself in parameters. If there's something that you wanted to create or do and there wasn't like a name for it, instead of just not doing it and standing still because you're like, well, I can't think of a name for it, or there's not anybody else doing it, we'll be the first to do it. And so for me, I was like, what do I call myself, and what can I call that I do? Because I feel like there's not a lot of people who are doing it. Either you're a full-blown astrologer, you're a full-blown numerologist, and you're deep, heavy, and everything like that. But I'm like, I don't really know if there's anybody else doing a lighter version of astrology and numerology, and really emphasizing the need for personal development. So that combination is beautiful, but I'm like, why am I going to sit there and allow myself to be caged in because it hasn't been done? Right? So last night, as confirmation, because I'm often looking at my birth chart, because in going back, I'm able to gauge the progress that I made. It reads as follows. You are enterprising and one of the first to start something. Now, if that is in clarity and clear, I don't know what is. I'm not going to hold you. Of course, this is not all about just hyping you up. This shows themes and negative things that you have in your chart as well. But I always look at weaknesses and the negative things as areas of opportunity, because you don't have to stay unorganized. You don't have to stay detached. You don't have to stay unavailable. You don't have to be stuck anywhere. If you're ready to take the step towards self-discovery and personal development, go ahead and make sure that you're following me and comment "I'm ready," and I can send you guys the link to start the questionnaire to make sure that you are truly ready. The questions that you answer will let me know if you're truly ready. If you are, then you can also book a session with me and we can start this journey to self-discovery together.